Hello everybody and welcome to this final part of this week's video with the Primary Wizard. We are looking at finishing our Flying Unicorn game, and the two things we're going to do today is we're going to make a star projectile so we can fire a star out to the clouds to get rid of them, and we are going to add some lives into our game. So those are the finishing touches for today. So let's get cracking. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to get a new sprite. So I think Scratch has already got a star sprite that I can grab. Like so. It's quite big. I'm going to make it a bit smaller, like so. And then what I'm going to do is program it so that when I press a button, it goes from my unicorn from left to right across the screen. So let's start building that algorithm. So when we go to events, we've got not when the backdrop switches. No, I don't want that one. I want when the space key is pressed, but I'm going to change it to W because I know that I'm going to have one hand on A and D. So W is nice and close for me to press. Awesome. So when that button's pressed, I want the star to go to not a random position, and actually change that to the unicorn running. So now when I press W, the star jumps across. Then I want it to move from left to right. So we're moving on the x-axis to moving across. I'm going to change by 10, but 10 is obviously not far enough. Now if we were right over on the left-hand side, it would have to travel over 520 steps. So let's just round that to 500 and see if it works. So repeat that 10 times. So 10 lots of 10 would be 100. I'm going to need 50 lots of 10 to get all the way to the end of the screen. Let's give it a test. There you go. Now, brilliant. It went all the way from left to right, but it's still there. I can still see it. So I'm going to get another algorithm that's going to help me hide the star when it gets to the edge of the screen. So we're going to do some more sensing here. We're going to say if it's touching the edge. So if is in events, and we don't want it to check once, we want it to keep checking, so we're going to need forever as well. So if the star is ever touching the edge, then we want it to hide. That's in looks. Perfect. And we want that to be forever from when the game starts. Let's give it a test. So we're flying along, press W, and no, it's hiding. And it's not coming back, so we need to think about, actually, we can't have that from the very start. So let's pop it in here. Let's say, keep changing the X by 10, but if you're touching the edge, then hide. Let's try that. So fire it off. Oh, now I've hidden it and I can't see it. Maybe that was the problem. Perhaps that was the problem all along. Let's go looks. Let's go show. So when it goes to the unicorn, we need it to show again. Yep, that might have been the problem. Oh, no, that didn't quite see far enough along there. Brilliant. Can you see that? It gets to the edge of the screen and it stops. Oh, I like it. Perfect. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to do the collision detection. So what happens when the star hits the lightning? So we're going to go when the green flag is clicked, forever if. So we're going to keep checking if something's happening. Forever if, and then we're going to go to sensing. So we want to see if something's happening. If you're ever touching the lightning, then I want it to broadcast a message so the lightning can know when to go. So we're going to make a new variable. I'm going to call it star power. Okay. I've made a variable, not a broadcast. That was silly. Don't want a variable. I want a broadcast. That's in events. We're going to make a broadcast, but I want a new one. Star power. Oh, I've already made it. There we go. So I make my broadcast star power. So if I needed to make that, I'd just go new message. But I've already made it. And once we've broadcast that, we can hide. Okay, then in the lightning, I want you to listen out for that star power broadcast. So when I receive star power, I want you to hide. So when I When they touch, it should receive that message and then it should hide. Let's check, see if that's working and if that's right. So where's a cloud? Oh, right at the top. Missed that one. Awesome, that worked really well. And again, right, I want to get rid of that. I accidentally made a variable and I don't want it. So let's delete that. Okay, cool. So that's working really well. Let's just test it again. Wait for a cloud to come along. Oh, wasn't going to get that one in time. Let's see, let's do a bit of cloud busting, guys. Oh, that was too low. They're duping me. Missed that one. Got. Oh, no, that's a good one. That's a good test because I can see the start on the game over. So I did set a event for game over, didn't I? I set a broadcast. So when I receive game over, you can hide as well. That's a good one. Good spot. Okay. Oh, all right. When the game starts, we want it to hide as well. Okay, there's a couple of good things to learn there. Yeah, okay, that's better. Let's test it works. Oh, I didn't get it in time. I think it got me. Yes, okay, cool. That works. Right, let's do some lives then, guys. So, I'm going to make a new variable. This time I do want a variable. And I make the variable called lives. Okay. So, when the game starts, and I'm going to do this on the unicorn, I think. When the game starts, I want it to have 3 lives. So, we're going to set, and I can put it on any, when the green flag's clicked I want, I'm going to make a new one. So, when the green flag clicked, set gravity to 3. Not gravity, no. Set lives to 3. That's what we want. Okay, so lives is 3, and then every time we get hit by the lightning, we want to lose a life. So we're going to do another bit of algorithm building. So we're going to say when we click go, forever if, so we're going to keep checking forever if, and then I want to see, are they touching each other? So the unicorn being touched by the cloud. Well, hang on, I've got it here, look. I'm building the same thing twice. Maybe I don't need that. Let's put that aside for a second. Let's just take this out. I might need that later on because that's my game over. That's my stop. But if they touch each other, I want it to hide the cloud and then take away a life. So let's go for looks first so we can hide the cloud. And I'm going to go to variables and I'm going to change, not gravity, change lives by -1. Okay, let's give that a test. Awesome, so it took away 1 life and then it disappeared. Brilliant. If we did it the other way around, there is a risk. Oh, I got on with a star. There's a risk that what will happen is it will take away a life and then before it has a chance to hide it, it will take away another life. So you might end up taking away more than 1 life. So if you hide it first, then take away the life. That's the best way around to do that algorithm. Okay, but we get to 0 and nothing happens. So we need the game to check, to look out for the score being 0. So I'm going to ask it to not repeat. I want an if. We're going to say forever if, because we're going to keep checking for something. And forever if the score, or the lives rather, equals 0, then it's going to do the game over. Okay, let's give it a go. So, got 3 lives. There's 1 life gone. There's 2 lives gone. So fingers crossed this is going to work. No, I missed it. Let's wait for the next one. Where are you? Oh no. It's going to be a high one now, and I missed that one. It wasn't. Okay. Awesome, that works. Let's just check it resets. Fantastic. Right, guys. That is, I'm really happy with that. We've got our star power. We've got lives. If you follow the other tutorials, you'll have changing backgrounds and you'll have collectible rainbows as well. So this is a really cool game. So thank you very much if you've joined in and you've enjoyed these. Really appreciate you joining in. Next week, we're going to do things a little bit differently. I'm not going to be live streaming next week, so a little bit different. I'm going to do some little videos, some little how-tos that you can sort of bob in and out of. So every day, Monday to Friday, I'll release one of those. But look after yourselves, guys, and hopefully I'll see you all again soon. Thanks a lot. Bye.